What the heck is up, people of the interweb? It's me, some guy Gary, and today we have a very different video as compared to usual. Today I wanted to take some time to reminisce about the good old days of Destiny, where it has been, my favorite armors, guys. We're gonna rank each of the seasons I've played armor sets from worst to best, D to S, see which ones come out on top. I know already that there are some, just after, making this tier list, there are some that I am going to already put in S tier, while there are others that are in the freaking trash. Some of these sets are great, some of them are terrible, but, let me know in the comments down below what you think, because I'm sure there will be a lot of differing opinions. I wanted to make this list as opposed to ranking a seasons list because, well, I have terrible memory and I can't remember really playing some of these seasons. So I figured, well, let's make a subjective list, right? An opinion-based list that, well, you guys can't hold against me, right? Without further ado, let's get right on into it. We're starting from Season of Undying up until episode Heresy. So let's get right into it. I have them all in tabs. Some of the sets might not be perfectly visible, as it's kind of hard to scrounge some of the images. Strangely, I was able to find perfect images almost of all of the old seasonal ones. However, the episodes, they did it kind of weird. They did it in, Twids? This Week in Destinies? And they didn't really release the images in a very refined manner. So let's get into it. Starting out Season of Undying, this season brought me back to Destiny. My oh my, was I a happy lad coming back. Pretty much not playing any of Destiny 2's content up until then. I hopped in here and there, but man, Season of Undying has a lot of nostalgia for me. The season itself wasn't great, but again, I had all that content to come back to play, so it was a high point for me. We have here the armor ornaments. I know a lot of the seasons have armor ornaments. Some of them were just had the armor from rewards, the basic looking armor, and they'd kind of level up, look cooler as you ranked up. You got the cool armor ornament sets. So we have the basic stuff you'd get from just playing the normal season. It was all right. It had the overgrown Vex look, pretty cool in my opinion. However, the actual ornaments were way cooler. I thought I had a better image. Let's do this. Let me do this. All right, that's a little better. A little better. As you can see here, the Hunter I thought was very cool. It has a robotic leg, kind of similar to the Vex of Glass or Vault of Glass raid armor ornaments from Destiny 1. Thought that was pretty cool. It's got a Radiolorian flowy kind of vibe. Back in the day, they didn't have RGB shading stuff, so those lines wouldn't shade, so it's exclusively white. It's also Vex, so I can see why they didn't want to change that. However, it would have been cooler if, the colors would change with shaders. I would give that as a unit probably honestly C tier. We'll go C with that. On to the next house, gamers. Season of Dawn. Season of Dawn was amazing. This season was fun. I remember it being a good time. Silly little Bastion quest, the Corridors of Time. Symmetry. I still use that gun every now and again. It's a fun gun. And the armor ornaments, like I just said, about the shading, the RGB, this season introduced to gamers. I thought that shit was so cool. Any of these glowy bits you see here, let me see if I can pull up a better image here as well. Yeah. Any of these glowy bits you'd see, like the knees, I still use these legs for a long time on my Warlock. The RGB lights would change, man. It was so cool. I loved it. You could really make your guy glow, which was kind of a first back in the day, back then. So I thought that was really cool. We'll go back and we'll check out the bare bones version. Bare bones version looks pretty trash on every character except for the Titan. The Titan's okay. However, again, I don't vibe with this set very much. It's not the best in my opinion. The glowy parts, the leveled up versions also look pretty good though. I would give this a B. This is already a step up above the Undying. However, it is still not the greatest. All right, on to the Rasputin. We got the Russian set, and this was because this was a a Warmind season, right? So it was playing into that theme. I would say this armor has never been used by me. I've never touched. I mean, I put the helmet on occasionally because it kind of works well with the Phoenix Protocol ornament on the Warlock. I main Warlock, so a lot of this will be like Warlock opinion based. However, that Titan is fucking foul. I don't know what that thing is disgusting to look at. It looks like a honeybee, which might be cool to some people, but is not to me. I do kind of like the Hunter helmet. It's cool. You could use it in some cold themed maybe transmogs. It's also got a different vibe than most armor. It's cloth rather than, well, traditional armor, so it's kind of cool. And then we get to the bare bones basic looking armor here. Honestly, for Warlock, I kind of like the helmet. It looks like EVA from Halo, which is kind of cool. Hunter's trash, Titan's meh, Warlock's the only one here that kind of looks okay. And then Warlock again, I feel like is the only one that looks okay for this. I would say this is probably D tier, gamers. This is pretty bad. That season was not killing it in terms of armor. Again, this is my opinion. I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. Please, guys, like the video, subscribe if you're enjoying. I love you all, and this is a blast, so I hope you're all having a great time too. On to the next one. We are on to Season of Arrivals, the world's longest season, man. Oh boy, was this a rough one. However, the armor is not complete trash. It's not great. Okay, that didn't help. If you can see, you gotta if you can see, hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, I mean, this is as good as it's gonna get. It is, again, it kind of looks Warmind themed. It's an interesting look. I know the Titan shoulder pads are kind of cool. They're very bulky. They kind of only work on a male build. I put them on my female Titan and they look goofy. If you like this kind of like, I guess, metallic look, right? It's all very like industrial themed. There you go. There's a good word for that. Looks pretty cool. It's not bad. It's cool little antennas and stuff, I guess. And then we got the bare bones, the unleveled up version. I kind of prefer it almost, honestly. Titan doesn't look great. Warlock, I think, does. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same. It just doesn't have the antennas. The Hunter's also kind of cool, though. It kind of gives like more of a Titan vibe, which is nice. I would say this is probably like on par with Undying. It's a very average set. I mean, it's there for someone. It's kind of bare bones basic, which is good. Some people do like that kind of armor. It's just not my thing. All right, on to Season of the Hunt. Season of the Hunt, back in the day, when this armor dropped, I was like, oh my freaking word, this looks amazing. However, I put it on, when I did unlock it, I was very excited to unlock it. And when I did unlock it, I wasn't a big fan. I don't know about it. It's just like the way that there's a whole bunch of like writing or something on the cloth bits, and it just kind of looks silly, as well as the legs here. You can see on the Warlock, it's got like a weird like padding kind of thing. It didn't end up being my thing. I thought it was cool at first when I first saw it because it's kind of like it gives like Hive Wizard kind of vibes, right? At least for the Hunt or the Warlock. The other two kind of give more like, I mean, the Titan here has like some blades on it, kind of like a Cabal or something. It's okay. This armor's okay. It's not the greatest. It's not the best. However, what the hell is this? Gamers, what is this? I need a water break. Whoever designed this, you need a raise. JK, it's terrible. This might be one of the worst sets in the game. Maybe it's for someone, it's just not for me. It's kind of like bioorganic-y, I guess you could go with that. It's all right. I can't rate this too high here. I would say it's C. It's not trash. However, it's an acquired taste, I'd say. Oh my god, and speaking of acquired taste, gamers. Speaking of acquired taste, this is the mother of all acquired taste. This is literally the most meme-worthy set I've ever seen in my life. Again, we have the old seasonal model where it's like you get the bare bones version of the armor, and it kind of like, as you level up, you get the ornaments, and they kind of just look like a leveled up version of the base set. This base set, again, it's someone's look. It's pretty cool. I do kind of vibe with it. It's got like a monk or something vibe kind of deal, right? And then the leveled up version is a lot better. However, I have never used this armor set, but I do maybe it's because I didn't play this season. Yeah, I think this was a season I kind of like skipped over. So maybe I just don't got this set, because I actually do kind of like the Warlock armor. I do kind of like that. And then the Titan helmets, like you always see that on the Patrick transmog for Titans. If you want to cosplay Patrick Star, here's the greatest set for you. This armor I do kind of prefer over the Season of the Hunt. I do kind of like this armor. It's grown on me. Just looking at this image, I kind of like it. I'm gonna put it on B tier. I'm gonna put it on B tier with Season of Dawn. I like it. I think it's goofy. It's weird. It has some good transmog potential. And honestly, if you just wear it as a set, it's kind of cool itself. I like it. I think it's cool. Base shader, it even looks pretty nice. All right, Season of the Splicer gamers. More RGB, Bungie. We need more RGB lighting. I actually still use this Warlock robe and arm piece for builds to this day, transmog wise. I always try to combine it with an arc setup, because you can shade it to look like it's arc energy flowing through your body, and I think it is so darn cool. All right, and then we got, let me see, this is the base set. Oh my god, the Warlock set, man, chef's kiss. I love it. I don't love the helmet, but my god, those robes. If you know DS2, Dark Souls 2, there is a set in that game called the Faram Night set or something. I believe it's the Faram something. I was able to take some pieces of this set and some other ones to create a very Faram looking set, and it made me very happy. So this armor set here alone makes me a happy boy. But then the glowy armor also looks pretty good. It's kind of goofy. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. I'm just yip-yapping. This set right here is genuinely worse than the other one. The base armor set, this one right here, I like this one better. You could do some fallen looks with that. This one's okay. The glowy bits are cool. It's just not my personal favorite. I do like the vibe though. It's very Splicer themed. Fits the season pretty nicely. As a unit, this is definitely B. Season of the Lost, where do we begin? I do like this. Again, I like the furry bits. I like the fuzzy bits. They look pretty cool. The helmets are all kind of similar, it's interesting. However, I don't love the helmets. Titan does probably give the best vibe, as again, it's kind of EVA looking. Titan and Warlock almost look identical, to be honest. And then you got the Hunter. Hunter is probably the weakest of these two, or three rather, as I do prefer the Warlock and the Titan. The helmets are cool, and then we got the base set armor that you just get from playing activities and stuff. I think this is the free armor, right? I always get like a Ratchet and Clank vibe from there's this one Ratchet and Clank game. What is that, Deadlocked or something, where Ratchet wears a helmet that looks almost identical to the Warlock one. Other than that, I think this might be like one of the most generic looking sets. It doesn't look great in terms of the Marasov Awoken themed armor sets. Boys, just you wait. This one is probably the weakest in my opinion. Again, every now and again, I use this bond a lot. I will say that. I come back to this set occasionally to put it on transmogs, but it never fully works out for me. However, is it worse than these here, or is it, you know what I mean? Again, B, like average, right? B is average, very, very average season. It's not offensively bad. Although this kind of is. The normal armor is kind of offensive, but I can see people kind of vibing with the ornaments. So we'll keep it at average. All right, and then we got some of the goofiest armor. The goofiest. You could have done anything, gamers. You could have made the Scion helmet for the Warlock is just terrible. It doesn't even look like a damn Scion. Not to mention, man, you're a bobblehead when you wear this helmet. Especially if you're a female Warlock, you got the goddamn the fucking bobblehead, boys. However, I do kind of like this set. I think it actually looks pretty clean. At least on the other two classes. For Warlock, I kind of hate it the most. Hunter helmet is peak. Honestly, the Titan, everything but the Titan helmet is peak. I like it. I think this is good. I think this set is actually pretty clean. And then you got the Tusked Allegiance. This might be the first A tier gamers. This is, I don't transmog these sets because Warlock doesn't look that good. Warlock, even here, doesn't look great. I do kind of like the helmet a lot better though. The helmet's pretty clean. Titan looks kind of cool. The shoulder pads are freaking enormous. It's got the Keitel vibe for this part, and then it's got maybe like a Red Legion or whatnot, like the offshoots. This looks pretty cool. I would definitely rate this an A tier. I think we're starting to get up there. They're starting to experiment. The armor is starting to get a lot more visually appealing consistently from here on out. There are some downers, but I would give this an A for sure. I like that set. I think it's cool. It has some cool transmog potential. Even the normal base armor is cool. All right, on to fucking peak gamers. This is how you make armor, Bungie. This is how you do it. I used this helmet for like a year on Warlock. This helmet is so cool. You pair it up with the chain looking robes from the Tangled Shore. Chef's kiss. You look like the Grim Reaper. It's so damn cool. And then this armor, like the base activity armor, I don't use this armor either. However, looking at it, it does kind of grow on me. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. The green like Hy-Vee vibe. I actually kind of mess with this armor. The Titan helmet's really cool. Actually, all of the helmets are cool. I kind of like the rebreather effect that they went. It's cool. It's got, this is probably shaderable. I haven't tested it, but the little glowy bit, I like this. I think this armor is actually super clean. Hive aesthetic is my kind of deal, gamers. I also like the Splicer stuff when it's good. Yeah, and then this is just peak. The helmets, man. This gives like classic Halo vibes where you can get the skulls in your helmets. This shit was fire. Actually, not a bad season either, from what I remember. Season of the Haunted is the first S tier, baby. And then we're straight on to trash again. This armor is dookie booty. I'm sorry to any pirate theme or pirate gamers in the chat, but this is kind of dookie booty. I'm not gonna lie. They had the foot in the door to success. You know what I mean? A pirate theme season, and this is what you create. What kind of pirates wear a skull on their head, dude? Okay, anyways. The Warlock helmet is okay. It's kind of cool. It's got more of like a I feel like the Warlock helmet's got the most piratey theme, and they ain't even wearing like a cool hat or something. It's got like the little earring there, and I do know it has a cool like scimitar on the back of it, like a sword. It looks pretty cool. You can use it with different builds and stuff. Transmogs. This armor gives Dung Eater. This set right here, the Titan, that is the Dung Eater. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That looks very similar to the Dung Eater, and I like it. I think it's cool. I honestly think this poop themed armor is better than like the pirate themed armor. The booty armor, this is like the booty armor the pirates are trying to get to. However, the pirates armor itself is trash. They get the booty, and then this, okay? And I think these are the ornaments, aren't they? Oh my gosh. I was actually confused. I thought these were the base armor like that you'd get from the activity, but no, this actually looks better. This is unique. It's got its own vibe. It kind of looks, dung eatery. It looks like poop or something. Like it looks like a turd that gets stuck in your rectum or something. But this set's trash. This set's cool. I like this one a lot more than the ornaments. So it's like a 50-50 here, huh? I'll put it on B as average because I'm sure some people can use the pirate stuff. Maybe like, the robes for the Warlock for the sword on the back. But the other set actually looks pretty cool. It's very unique. There is no other armor in the game that looks anything like this. So I'll give it to that. Season of the Seraph. What were they thinking? It's clean, it's sleek, but I really just don't like this armor. I think it's super bad, and it's just not my cup of tea. If you like Viced, you got some Viced armor now. It's sleek, it's simple, which, you know, coming off the last season of Plunder, they probably did need some simpler armor, because that armor was very over the top. And then you got I believe this is, if some of these sets are wrong, let me know, please, because I did my research, but I feel like this is maybe not from Season of the Seraph, or maybe it's from like another activity, and I don't know. If you like the Warmind stuff, it's cool. Is this from Escalation Protocol? I don't think so. But I think if I recall, the Escalation Protocol armor is just the best Warmind themed armor set. So just yeah, thankfully they obviously didn't make any more Warmind themed armor sets. This looks pretty meh. I don't like it. I don't like the Vice. I think they're both kind of eh. I'm sure there's someone's thing, because they're both kind of basic, bare bones, but they're just not my thing. I don't agree with the design choice here. There's too much going on with this Warmind set as opposed to some other ones that are literally as sleek as possible, because, you know, that's like the vibe. Thinking back on Wrath of the Machine, I mean, it's like you got cubes on your body, dude. This has got just too much visually going on. It's not my thing. I'm sure it works for someone. It's just not me. Oh, geez, spoilers. I'm gonna give it a solid C. Not my thing, gamers. I'm sorry if that offended anybody, but that's just not my cup of tea. We might have to make an S+. We're making an S+. We're making an S+. How do I make an S+? I don't know how to make an S+, gamers. S+. Spoiler alert. Add a row above. New. Oh, I changed it. I've never used tier maker in my life. S equals. That's actually good. All right. Oh, frick. Okay, S+. This armor is the cleanest armor I have ever seen in Destiny, the video game. The regal royal appearance matches the Marasov Awoken Queen herself to a T, gamers. Even the weapons in this season were sick. Absolutely mad. This season was fucking peak in terms of armor. That's my opinion. I still get commendations if I wear this set to this day. You wear this set if you want free appearance commendations, because it is so damn clean. Shades amazingly. Each class looks pretty dang good. I will say the Warlock looks the best. Helmet's a little goofy. I like it personally, and you can mismatch as you want, but I think this whole set for each class is amazing. And then this one. This is so slept on, in my opinion. I never see anyone rocking this set, and I don't know why. This was my favorite armor when it came out. As a Warlock, you get high heels, and that shit was sick. Yeah, you're running around, throwing rifts down with your high heels on. You slay, queen, right? Literally. This Hunter, I have never seen this Hunter or the Titan, as I didn't play either of them with this set, but my god, does it look clean. It gives kind of like Rolk vibes, right? Like that kind of aesthetic. And I like it a lot. It's a shame I don't see this set in game too much. What a shame. Because I think this season genuinely has the best armor of any season in Destiny history. S+, baby. Season of Defiance. Season of Defiance takes the cake. I mean, this set is so good. I gotta unlock these on my other classes too. If I can still do that, I can't. I don't even know. All right. On to another great season. Take a guess, gamers. Which season are we on here? Season of the Deep. Still see this armor all the time, including this is the release of Ghost of the Deep, which also had some banging armor. My god, does this shit look cool. It's one of the most unique sets I've seen in the game, I think. I don't think there's any other set that has the same vibe, like the flowy, like mermaid vibe. It's so good, and it shades so epically. I remember people like just showing off shaders and stuff when this set came out. Everyone was showing off their cool reactive shaders. It was so cool. Titan looks clean. Warlock looks like a mermaid. And then you got the manta ray like vibe for the hunter. Each class here actually genuinely looks amazing. There's not a bad one. There's not a bad class here. Great set. Ghost of the Season of the Deep has some of the best. I think it has. Oh, maybe some of the best armor in the game. Oh fuck this set. Oh fuck this set. Oh no, I forgot about this one. Oh no. Okay. Defiance still has it beat. This is not my thing. The tubes all shaded, which I thought were cool, but I mean, I guess you're a scuba guy. You got a scuba suit. It fits what they were going for. Not my thing at all. I think this might be the worst armor in the game. This might be some of the worst armor in the game. However, this set is fucking amazing. I'm going to give this another S. Right? Yeah, it's definitely better than the Scion armor. The other armor is horrific, and we haven't included dungeons in the past, but man, that Ghost of the Deep armor is good. Ooh. I don't know if it beats this though. I'm going to put it above Scion armor. We'll go with that. I think that's a fair ranking. What do you guys say? And then we are on to Season of the Witch. This year had some fucking crazy armor. I think this year of Destiny actually had like the most consistently good armor in the game. For sure. Absolutely. This armor is fucking cool as shit. I still use this armor. I still use the Season of the Witch armor because it just looks so damn good. All right, and I think we have the other armor. Yes. Oh my god, I forgot this set existed. Oh, it looks so good. For Titan. For Titan. Warlock's okay. Titan's the best. I know you could do some really cool like girly pop looks with this set. It looks so good on Titan. Warlock's all right. And then you're the Swamp Thing. If you want to be the Swamp Thing as a hunter, there you go. There's your armor set. And then this stuff looks cool as hell. I wish the Warlock helmet kind of like had the same colorway as the Titan, because the it just doesn't kind of match the rest of the set. It doesn't match anything. When you shade it, it's kind of hard to make work. They should have made it honestly more similar to the Titan, where it's kind of just like a matte finish instead of like the glass glowy through. It doesn't look great. It's still cool. The coolest part for the Warlock is the helmet. The Titan consistently looks good, I'd say. The sleek design looks nice. Hunter. This is consistently, though, this year of Destiny 2 was genuinely amazing in terms of armor. The armor here is pretty fucking good. I would say this armor is definitely better than the Scion armor, but still an A tier, yeah. I would give that an A tier. Pretty dang clean season for armor. Season of the Wish. This was actually, in terms of content as well, a very good season. This season might be the best season of all Destiny. In my opinion, I thought it was really fun. I liked it. I thought the activity was great. Is that a controversial take? What is the best season in Destiny? Maybe we'll find out. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Please, dear jeepers. If you want to see more videos like this, obviously. I am so down. This is so fun. The dragons. The freaking dragon-themed armor, dude. Honestly, you would have expected an armor set like this to be in The Last Wish, but hey, we got it in Season of the Wish, where we finally take down Riven. And then you got this fucking dookie-ass armor. Again, might be someone's aesthetic. I think the Titan here kind of looks really good. Hunter, Warlock, not my thing. I think they both kind of look lame. I like that you got, like, incense on the Warlock armor. It's kind of silly. It's cool. You're repelling the bad vibes or something of your squad. However, it's not enough to repel just how bad the rest of the armor looks like. However, it's not enough to repel how bad this armor set looks. The dragons, though, the dragons are sick. I still use the Warlock armor. The Warlock armor here is probably the sleekest, the cleanest. Titan's alright. Hunter, again's alright. I feel like Hunter's I'm noticing a theme here. Hunter's kind of get shafted for the most part. Warlock, though, looks insanely good here. Season of the... Oh, here we go. I would put it right below Witch. because Season of the Wish, the dragon set looks amazing, but the other one looks terrible. And these two have very... honestly, I do this. Let's swap that. Let's swap that. Because Witch has 2 good sets, I feel like, versus 1 good set for that. All right. And now we are on to... What is this? Echoes, huh? I didn't miss one, right? No. Season of the Wish is then Echoes. Yeah, okay. And then this is where it gets a little hard to visualize, because for some reason Bungie didn't make it as easy as they did for the other seasons to view the armor and stuff in the future. So we have the armor ornaments for episode Echoes. I think the unshader ability factor of this armor set really hinders it, because you can't shade it. It's almost it's right. It's like impossible to shade because of like the rainbow bits. It's cool, however, if you're going for like, I know I personally like to make my transmogs look similar to the classes I'm running, the subclass. So if you're running prismatic, this is going to look pretty cool for that. However, it's just not my thing. It's unique. It fits Root of Nightmares very well. And then you got this set. Okay, we have an opportunity for hunters to take the cake here, because what the hell is that warlock? Fucking Lombax armor, dude. You look like a goddamn Lombax. Another Ratchet and Clank reference. All right. Hunter looks cool with the cool helmet and the sword. What is this base shader that they're using? Like this base colorway? It's unique. It's kind of cool. The Titan gives the Inquisitor vibe. Inquisitor from Star Wars. Which I guess if that's your thing, you know, it's cool. Warlock's the weakest here. However, they're all pretty bad. Again, this isn't my thing. If you like the Root of Nightmares, like prismatic-y thing that was got going, it's cool. It's just, again, it's not for me. But can I put this below some of these armor sets? I feel like anything being below from the old seasons was just because they've gotten so good at making armor over time that, like, the experimentation, the armor has really changed in Destiny. You could tell for sure. So maybe it's only fair to put this above the kind of like basic looking armor from the past. I'll keep it at B. Keep it at B. It's unique. It's cool. And I'm sure it's some people's vibe. It's not mine. However, it's probably fitting on the average, tier. This armor looks fucking amazing. You thought I was going to say the other word. I think this armor looks really cool. And I think it's actually some of the most like badass looking armor in Destiny. It gives Lord of the Rings Sauron's like goons. What were those? The generals or whatnot? It kind of gives me that vibe. It looks very cool. I think this armor is genuinely fucking amazing. And then again, we have some bad images here to visualize. However, this set here, the bones, like you look like a chained up beast kind of vibe going on here, and it looks sweet. I love it. And then you got the goddamn Bloodborne armor. Got the goddamn blood. You look like a goddamn Bloodborne hunter. Bloodborne hunter. I mean, literally, look at the Warlock helmet, gamers. That is the blood. That's the basic Bloodborne hat helmet, dude. That thing looks sick. This here is what I was talking about. This is the peak Splicer design. This armor set is fucking awesome. I love it. I still use it, obviously. It's so fucking good. We're missing the hunter. However, you get the vibe. It's the Bloodborne themed vampire hunter or whatnot. It looks so cool. I wish I had in-game screenshots of this. Again, I could have went in-game, but I couldn't. I can't put it all on at once because I'm a loser. But it looks insane. This armor is so cool. It's some of the most badass looking sets from probably all of Destiny. Both of them combined, dude. Oh man. This has to be S tier. This has to be an S tier season. This armor looks so good in my opinion. And then finally, on to the last armor set, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you like the video, you want to see more, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate some comments, a like, and most importantly, a subscription. It's free. It takes just 1 second. And I love you guys. Please continue to watch my stream. I'd love to see you guys back. Without further ado, let's get on to the final armor ranking of this video. Ooh, episode Heresy armor. Oh, we're ending on a pretty sour note, in my opinion. Episode Heresy has some pretty meh armor. However, I will say this. This is a better pirate-themed armor set than the pirate-themed armor set for the pirate season. What were they doing? The Navigator set here actually looks pretty good. I'm sure it doesn't... Maybe it does shade well. I have to try it out. However, without shaders, it looks eh. It definitely... I feel like it needs some shaders to make it look a little better. It is cool, though. I think it's a good set. It gives more of like a pirate theme than the other pirate armor did. I like this set a lot. And then you have the Eris Morn Hive Wizard Witch kind of vibe got going on here. The Warlock helmet is super strange. And this is concept art, but it looks exactly the same in game. Meh. I'm sure it's some people's thing. It's unique, which I will give them that. The armor has gotten very creative in how it looks. It looks very standoutish. Doesn't just look like some, I don't know, some bare bones. Like, I know a lot of people like that in Destiny. They like the like kind of generic, like the old art style better for the armor. However, this is unique. This is cool. This gives Destiny its own look, and it's cool for that. This armor set kind of takes it back to like the bare bones kind of basic looks, which is cool. It's cool to have the mix of the two. However, I think this is a very average looking set for the seasons here. We're gonna put it right above Season of the Plunder just to beam on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. If you hate me, you hate my opinions and they're wrong, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear where you guys would place all of these different sets. Thank you guys again for watching. If you want to see more tier lists and rankings, let me know in the comments below. I hope to see you again. Hit the subscribe, some notification bells would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you in the next video, gamers. Some guy Gary, signing out. Again, this is personal opinion, guys. I'd love to hear your comments well, I'd love to hear your comments about what you think in the comments.